Hello, everyone. Welcome. I just put the Spotify playlist, which is an album, into the chat so you can connect to that if you are interested. And I hope you're all doing well. It is a scorcher here in Ottawa. Hi, Dad. So go ahead and throw on the Spotify playlist if you are interested, and if not, you can just make your way over to the mat and we'll get started here together. Something that I'll mention while we allow others to kind of filter in. On the 10th, which I think is Thursday, does that make sense? Yeah, Thursday is a new moon in Gemini and also an eclipse. So as always with an eclipse, it's kind of expect the unexpected and expect unexpected news, and with the new moon, expect that, as well as Mercury is in retrograde right now, so communications, contracts, messages, just make sure that you reread things and that you are very intentional about your communications. So I'm no expert, but those are my takeaways from the studies I've done on the new moon and the eclipse so far. So thought I would share them with you guys. I hope that everyone is staying cool. Prince is hiding, so unfortunately he will not make an appearance here tonight. Or maybe he will later. He looks fast asleep at the moment. We have some construction going on just beside my condo, so Prince has been pretty rattled by that. And unfortunately, it is going to continue for the long term. So, hoping he can get acclimatized to that. But yeah, we will go ahead and get started. I see it's 6:03. So we're going to get started today in our child's pose, taking whatever variation of this you would like. So maybe your knees are nice and wide, or maybe they're together. Whatever feels best for you, just go ahead and make your way down towards the ground. Just imagine if I was here in person, my favorite is just to press gently on your low back. You can do this nice little treat for yourself. Just putting some pressure on your low back, your back, encouraging this area of your body to melt down. Checking in with your breath. For the first time today, perhaps, taking a deep belly breath. And release it. Just getting started in class with this nice restorative pose, child's pose. Knowing that you can come back here at any point in the class. Theme for today's class is more of a kind of spiritual one, although this will be a peak pose class, so I won't tell you what the peak pose is, but we are going to be working towards a specific pose, building on the asanas that we do together to reach it. But the theme of today's class is just to believe in yourself, to trust yourself, and know that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. The mantra I'd like to offer you today goes like this. My life is filled with blessings, and I am grateful. My life is filled with blessings, and I am grateful. My life is filled with blessings, and I am grateful. Coming back to this mantra, anytime you get distracted today, knowing that you're taking the next 45 minutes or so for yourself to breathe and be present, to be with yourself, be in the moment. Gifting yourself this time and investing it back into yourself. Slowly, we're going to start to roll up. Drag the fingers in towards your body slowly. You're rising from the dead. Drag those fingers in towards your body and onto your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Eyes are closed. Deep breath. Before we get started here today, just placing a hand or both hands onto your heart. With your eyes closed, inhale through the nose. Feeling your chest rise, holding the breath at the top. And exhale, allow that heart to sink down. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Feeling the beat of your heart. And repeating to yourself, my life is filled with blessings, and I am grateful. Dropping those hands down towards your sides. And finding the fingertips a couple inches from the seat, facing towards your body. So you're slightly reclined here. And to get started, we're just going to inhale, lift those hips, draw them up towards the sky. You can tilt the head back, maybe dropping it all the way. Take this any amount. Exhale, lower the hips down. Awesome. 2 more like this. Inhale, reach the hips towards the sky. Exhale, lower. Listening to your body, don't force anything. Lifting one more time, creating space. Lower down. Keeping your left hand grounded. We're going to lift the right hand and circle it all the way around. Imagine creating this protective shield for your whole body with your fingertips, painting a giant circle around your body. Opening through the heart. Dropping the head back if it feels okay. Opening through the throat chakra. The area of our body that holds our emotions, our expression. Awesome. Bringing that hand back down just a couple inches from your hips. Now switching to the other side. Left arm draws that circle, that force field that protects you. Noticing your energetic space. Notice how you feel in this moment. Knowing that you are safe, you are protected. Couple more big circles. Drop the fingers down, both hands face towards your body. We're going to do one more, rising of the hips, drop back through the head. Hold it here, one full breath. Drop the hips down. Walking back up to center. Now sitting nice and tall on your ankles, on your heels. We're going to lift both hands up and flexing the hands. Give me a straight palm like you're going to push something away and paint those hands all the way down. We're going to flip that so that the hands point towards our body and sweeping it back up towards the sky. Flick the wrists at the top and paint it down with open palms. Awesome. So just warming up the wrists. We're going to open up and paint it down. Really activating all the way through the hands. Awesome. Now grounding your hands onto your thighs. We're just going to take the hands straight out beside us, or straight out in front of us, and start to flick the fingers, strengthening through the wrists. So we're going to take this up, down towards the sides, and then back up. So flicking through the hands, it isn't easy. Warming up through the whole arms as we do this. One more. And when the hands come down, allow them to fall down to the side, dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. Maybe using the hand to just gently encourage it that way. Awesome, releasing, drop the other ear to other shoulder. Creating space through the side body, reach those fingers. Awesome, both arms come up, head at center. Dropping to one side, twist. Inhale, both arms come up. Drop it down, other side. Awesome. Come on, back to center. We're going to start to crawl forward, coming into our tabletop position. So just briefly passing through here, notice how it feels in your wrists to kind of sway back and forth, side to side, draw circles. Take your time here. Just going to double check. Okay, sitting back onto your heels, keeping your hands grounded in front of you. We're going to do a variation of seated cat and cow that really focuses on the shoulders and the upper body. So hands on the mat, you're going to sweep your chin, sweep your gaze up towards the sky. Heart pulls forward. Breathe in. Exhale, you're going to round out through the spine, looking towards your own belly button, pressing into the mat, really rounding out through the shoulders and the upper back, and then flowing back forward, heart draws forward and up. Release. Flowing like this at your own pace, make this nurturing on your body. Be exaggerating the breath as you do this. Two more. Awesome. Next time you inhale, crawling forward into your tabletop once again. Tuck your toes under, sitting back onto your heels with your toes flexed under. So this is quite intense for me. I don't know about you, but try and take it for a couple of breaths. If this is too much, you can totally untuck the toes. Maybe this isn't enough for you, but for me, this is plenty. So we're just gonna stay here. Focus on the power of your body. Just be here in this moment, knowing that it'll pass. Breathe through it. One more breath. Awesome. Coming forward, we're going to tap out the tops of those feet. Whew, that one is tough for me. Going to go right into our bird dog now. So left leg extends and right arm matches. Exhale, crunch together the elbow and the knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale, crunch. Go ahead and flow at your own pace, getting nice and strong. When both limbs reach out, imagine lifting them towards the sky and then crunching in at center. Syncing the movement with the breath. Awesome. Reaching both limbs out long, pause there. And we're just going to pulse both the leg and the arm. Stay here, getting nice and strong through that grounded wrist. Engaging through the core. And drop everything down, coming into your child's pose. Reach the arms forward. Breathe, you did it. Deep breath all the way in. Let go. Roll forward, tabletop. Right leg, left arm, reach them out long. Go ahead and crunch in at the center, elbow and knee to touch. Bird dog. Don't ask me why it's called that. Find your strength, find your own power. What can you be grateful for in this exact moment? Your healthy body, safe space, clean air, community of people doing this at the same time as you. The list goes on. Keep with it. Next time you extend, stay there, stay long. We're gonna pulse. Little movement. Good, grounding the hand and the knees, sit back, child's pose. Good job, you guys. Breathing into that low back. Roll forward when you're ready. Toes tucked under, come on up, downward facing dog. Walk up the heels one at a time. Awesome, good job. We're going to get nice and sturdy in this stance, so maybe taking your feet a little bit wider. Notice how you feel in through those wrists, and then reaching the right hand back to grab hold of the left ankle or shin. So you're really strong through that grounded wrist. And then come on back, center, downward facing dog. Stay for a breath. And on the next inhale, reaching the right hand, left ankle twist. Sorry, that's what we just did. Reach the left hand for the right ankle twist. Looking under that arm, stay strong, you got this. Replacing that hand back at the top, we're going to take each side one more time. When you're ready, reaching back, grab hold of that left ankle, twist under. Staying strong and sturdy, come back to center, other side. Awesome. Come on back to center. We're going to play a little bit. So I don't want to hear, I can't do this, or you don't want to try, just try. It's not that serious, it's just for fun. So we're going to bend through the knees and then straighten. Looking towards the top of your mat, staying with this pulse, bend and straight. When you're ready, anytime you're just going to hop towards the top of your mat, but engaging through your wrists so that you're not dumping, you're trying to float to the top. So making as little noise as possible when you come to the top. And then jump back. We're going to do this a couple times. So really focus on strengthen the wrists and making as little noise as possible. You're not clambering to the top of the mat. You're really trying to float. Awesome. Next time you jump to the top, stay there. Forward fold. Shake out the legs. Shake out the head. Make this feel good on your body. Awesome. Placing one hand down on a block or the mat, twisting up. And then switch sides, other hand grounds, twist the other side. Both hands ground. We're going to bend the knees and slowly rolling all the way up. Make this really slow. Hands meet overhead. Bring them down to your heart. Awesome. Standing with hands at heart center. Just really pressing those hands in towards one another. Feeling the pressure, feeling the heat between your hands. And then reaching both hands up overhead once again. Painting that line with the open palms down towards the ground. Awesome. Right here in your forward fold, we're going to do this twist once again. So one hand grounds, the other hand lifts. And then switching sides. Good. Both hands ground, slowly but surely rolling your way all the way up. Little back bend at the top, hands to center. Awesome. So on our theme of kind of playing around and believing in yourself, trusting yourself, we're going to come down into our preparation for crow pose. So I really want you to listen to my instructions. If you know your crow pose, then you can go ahead and move there now. If you're unfamiliar, I just want to say that this is not a beginner pose. So this is one that you can try just for fun. And if it doesn't look perfect on the first try, well, that's because it's not supposed to. So your hands are going to be grounded, your feet a couple inches behind the hands. And then as you start to move forward, you're going to get your knees towards the back of your arms, the triceps. And while pressing firmly into the mat, You're gonna look about 6 inches in front of your fingertips, right in the middle of your mat. And then you're going to press all your weight as much as you can into your hands as you bend the elbows and allow your feet to slowly, maybe one by one, lift off the mat as your arms start to bear the weight of your legs. So just playing around with this, maybe lifting one foot off at a time. As I said, if you are familiar, maybe you want to try and go all the way in. Okay, I lied. It's more like 10 inches in front of your fingers, not 6 inches that you want to gaze to. Just taking your time, playing around. And then coming back into your forward fold. Make this nurturing by bending your knees and wrapping your arms around. Just sway side to side. Good job, you guys. No matter what that looked like, I hope that you're proud of yourself for trying, for respecting your own limits, and knowing that, yeah, you're not going to make it perfect on day one. So if you're interested, I would say stay consistent, strengthen those wrists, and you'll have it in no time. Breathe here. Awesome. From here, hands come down, stepping back into plank. Lower yourself all the way down, coming onto your belly. Hands come wider than the mat, tent the fingertips, and just catch a wave and come up with the upper body, and then exhale, lower down. So inhale, ride the wave to come up, exhale, lower down. Inhale to rise, exhale, lower. Lowering down, stay here, making a pillow for your head with your hands. Breathe here. Awesome. Now bringing your hands out into just on the corners of your mat here. My right arm is going to come forward. My left knee is going to bend. With me so far? Right arm is forward, left knee is bent. You're going to use that hand, the left hand, to press the mat away from you. Start to roll over so your left foot can ground, left arm can come straight up in the air, and your right arm is a cushion for your head. And maybe you want to drop that top arm all the way down. Maybe you just want to keep it up in the air. We're opening through the front of the body. My life is filled with blessings, and I am grateful. Go ahead and roll back down to center. Coming back, both hands onto the mat, head can rest. Go ahead and extend that left arm out. Pressing into the right palm, right leg bends. Go ahead and roll on over to the other side. Breathe here. Let your heart open. Even on the bad days, life is filled with blessings. Find a reason to be grateful in this very moment. Roll back to center, onto your belly, hands form a pillow for your head. Awesome. Hands find a space under your shoulders, allowing yourself to press up and back into a tabletop position. Flipping the palms so that spinning the fingers to face your body. And just leaning back slightly. We're doing a variation of cat and cow with the hands facing towards your body, just to intensify the stretch in your forearms. Awesome. Smile, even though I can't see you. That's good for your mental state and for your body. Finding a reason to be happy, find a reason to be grateful. Bring a little bit of that sunshine into your own heart. Back to a neutral table, reverse the hands, sitting back, child's pose, hands reach forward. Exhale. Awesome. Rolling forward into your tabletop and then crossing your legs. Coming into our seated position. Just going to extend the left leg all the way out while the right leg makes that figure 4 shape. Inhale, both arms come up. And we're going to fold straight over top of that left leg. Heart melts down. Coming down any amount. And coming halfway up, coming to a side stretch here. So your right hand comes up and over, big arc in the side body. Breathe into that low back, into that hip area. Awesome. Come on back up, allowing that hand to fall back and doing one big circle with the left hand, allowing it to fall behind you as well. And now lifting up through the hips once again. Head can fall back. Go ahead and drop the hips down. Back to a cross-legged seat. Inhale, both arms come up. Hands at heart center. Now the right leg is going to extend. Both hands sweep up overhead, fold forward. Come on up halfway or all the way. Left arm comes up and over. Apparently this is a very important stretch to relieve low back pain, to really get into those muscles and interconnective tissue in the low back that are especially affected by our chronic seating, our chronic being seated problem. Even with a standing desk option, I find myself sitting most of the day, every day. So just breathing here into the side body, allowing yourself to release. Feel the opening. Go ahead and come back up. Hand falls just behind your low back. Big circle with that right arm. And then allowing it to fall behind you as well. Come on up. Press the hips forward towards the sky. Head tilts back. Drop the hips. Cross the legs. Inhale, both arms come up and then at heart center. Placing both hands over your heart. Tune into your body. What do you notice? Can you notice the subtle beat of your heart? You feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. Small indications that you are indeed alive. What more is there to be grateful for? Go ahead and open your hands all the way to either side. We're getting ready for a big embrace. Go ahead and hug yourself. Swaying side to side here. Thinking of someone that you're grateful for. Perhaps someone that you haven't been able to hug in a long time. Just swaying here. Giving yourself comfort. Channeling the love that you have for this person into yourself, into your own heart. Everything is going to be just fine. Holding on to this embrace longer than is socially acceptable because you love this person. This person is you. The best friend you ever had. Coming back to center, releasing your embrace. We're going to come back over into our tabletop position. Coming back into our downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Go ahead and bring that knee in towards the chest. Hover it there. Exhale. Send it up and back. Bringing the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Low lunge. Hands sweep up. Hips sink down. Feel the opening. Making this your own. Do whatever feels good. Dropping the hands down to either side of that foot. Shift the hips back. Flex the toes. Half split. Amazing job, you guys. Staying with the breath. Float forward, hands ground. Tuck the back toes under, step back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Wish you guys could see the way Prince is sleeping right now. So funny. Left leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Smile. Bend that top knee, stack the hips. Coming forward with that knee, hover at the top. Send it up and back. Coming forward, place the foot between the hands. Back knee drops, hands rise. Grounding both hands, shift the hips, flex the toes, half splits. Breathe into it, friends. You got this. Coming forward now. Hands frame the front foot. Back toes tucked under. Downward dog. Shake out the head. Go ahead and cross the legs under your dog. Sitting back. Allowing your feet now to ground. Lowering yourself very gently onto your back. Go ahead and hug those knees in towards your chest. Hug it like you mean it. Lift your head, chin towards the knees. Rock side to side if that feels good. Tight little ball. Allowing your head to fall back onto the mat, releasing the grip of your hug, feet ground. Right leg lifts all the way up into the air, circling the ankle. Bending the knee, ankle falls to the knee. Figure four. Go ahead and reach through, pick up the left leg, flex the toes as you press that leg in towards you. Deep opening in the hip. Allowing your exhale to force out any bad energy. Making the conscious decision that you don't want to hold on to that anymore. Better yet, you don't have to hold on to it anymore. You're choosing to let it go, and I'm proud of you for that. Instead, notice the nourishment, the love, the magic, the joy you can take in on the inhale. Allow it to be the catalyst that forces out the tension, the negative energy, the stress, or the worry. Releasing that leg, stacking one knee over the other, both legs fall to the left. Twist, look over at the other hand, right hand. My life is filled with blessings, and I am grateful. Come on back through center. Both feet find the mat. Pausing here with your hands on your body in bridge pose. No rush, nowhere to be, but here with yourself. So just breathe and enjoy. Awesome. When you're ready, left leg rises up, ankle circles. Paying attention to the other extremity, we focused a lot on our wrists, our hands, our fingers, and forearms. Now tuning into our toes and our ankles. Go ahead and bend that knee. Foot hooks on to the right knee. Staying here or picking up the back of the right leg, hook it on, flex the toes. Feeling yourself supported by the mat beneath you. Low back is pressing down. Breathe into this moment, savoring this time that you've invested in yourself. Taking in a nice, nourishing breath. Send it straight to your heart. Go ahead and drop that foot down, knees stack. Twisting to the opposite side. Prince is being camera shy. He's sitting just out of camera shot. Oh, is he gonna make an appearance? Hi, baby. Come on back to center, both feet ground. Oh, true, I guess this is the part of the practice where Prince chugs his water and disturbs my audio. There you go, right on cue. Bring those knees in, tight little hug. Show yourself some love. We're going to take one final pose. Happy baby, opening through the hips. Oh, there he goes, hyperventilating after chugging his water. Breathe, sweetie. Funny boy. Breathe into the opening. Go ahead and release. Reaching those legs out long, coming into Shavasana, hands by your sides. Inhale and exhale. Let your body relax. Mind is filled with blessings, and I am grateful. Hang here for 10 breaths. Make them good. Gently introducing movement back to your fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and the wrists. Come on to one side, fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed. Slowly making your way up into a seated position. Thank you for showing up. We have been waiting for you. So just closing off our practice here together with our big sweeping breath. Hands down at heart center. Bow down to yourself. Placing your hands on your heart one more time. Thank yourself for this time, for nurturing yourself in this way. Thank yourself as I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's a joy and an honor to teach, and I thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you. I captured a wild prince. For your viewing pleasure. Say bye-bye. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. As you may have seen in the description, both on Patreon and on Facebook, I just mentioned that hopefully, as of today, I believe that we should be able to gather in person next week. So stay tuned for what that means for all of my patrons, and for anyone out of town, Jordan and others, I'm sorry. I will be moving back to in-person outdoor classes as soon as I can and away from the virtual platform. This has been kind of my placeholder until I can reunite with everyone in person. So I thank you truly, truly, truly from the bottom of my heart for supporting me in this way. I know that it's not the same doing virtual yoga, so I thank you for your patience, and good things are coming. I hope that you'll stay with me, and wishing you an amazing rest of your week.